Hey everybody, welcome to iCommand. This is TV Boy, and we are back for another game log review. This time we're going to be reviewing the long-awaited final match between Morgan and Kyle for the Season 7 competitive league that started all the way back in November. I think actually finished November. This is the match that was leading up to Morgan defeated me in the top four, leading up to this finals, and he's going to be playing against Kyle. So this is actually part of a what really was a tournament. What ended up being a tournament, a top eight tournament, and so both players are playing the same list they were playing way back when they were playing in the top eight. We've got Morgan playing his Darth Vader and Terran Malicos list with Emperor Palpatine, Agent Callus, and two officers. It's also got Rule by Fear, Zillow Technique, Temporary Alliance to bring in Terran and Advanced Comm Systems on Callus. And Kyle is also playing an Imperial list, and he is playing two Dewback Riders, Captain Taro, two Elite Death Troopers, Elite Snowtroopers, Imperial Officer, Zillow Technique, Rule by Fear, and Advanced Comm Systems, presumably on the single officer in his list. And we're going to be playing here on Devron Garrison, playing the secure munitions map you can see here. So this map, the doors are locked, the crates are attackable, and this is the one where the crates actually move around. So if you control a crate, you can push that crate up to 3 spaces at the end of each round. And then the crates are worth 6 VPs as long as they're in a player's deployment zone, but they can still be destroyed. So important to keep that in mind. Alright, so let's get into the gameplay here. It looks like Morgan has initiative and has taken the bottom deployment zone. I'm going to bring up the preview window here so I can actually see what's going on. Alright, so Morgan starting us off here. He's only got 6 activations to Kyle's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so we might see a pass happening here. Both players doing their Rule by Fear though to start things off. Rearranging. Alright, planning being played. So it looks like Morgan discarded Take Initiative to his Rule by Fear. And I'm not sure what Kyle's discarded so far. But that's planning being played by the officer named after Kyle, his opponent. And that officer also going to move over to the terminal. Death Trooper activating for Kyle. Looks like he's going to give a Surge Power Token to his fellow Death Trooper. And then move over to the terminal. Let's see if I can throw the Death Trooper up here. Alright, Captain Taro being moved by Kyle's officer, it looks like. Okay, Terran Malicos being activated by Morgan. It's going to move him up into the center room to control... Oh, not going to controlling any of those blue crates, but he is getting into position here. It'll be interesting to see how this goes. I think Morgan is incentivized to move and control the center of the map where those blue crates are, being the Vader player. Kyle has more of a ranged force, so he might want to be moving towards the red and yellow crates on the right side of the map, and what's what we see him doing with his snowtroopers, moving to control that red crate. Alright, second officer activating for Morgan, moves Vader forward 2 spaces, and going to move to block line of sight for Vader. And now we see the Dewbacks activating. There's their deployment card. So using that mounted to move up. It looks like Kyle is positioning just at the back end of his deployment area by his terminal, not fully committing to that red and yellow area with all of his forces just yet. Okay, is he driven by hatred being exhausted? Oh, that's Vader's deployment card. Okay, interesting. So Vader moving up and gonna be playing Lure of the Dark Side. New card from Season 7, rehashed version. So it's gonna allow him to have the Dewback Rider declare an attack on one of Kyle's other figures. So he's gonna get 2 power tokens, suffer 2 strain, and then performs an attack on the Death Trooper. And he does get to spend one of those power tokens, so 5 damage to the Death Trooper there, and then takes 2 strain as damage. And then Vader continues moving into the blue area. So those doors are locked, so Vader not necessarily completely safe there, but not easy to get to either. Alright, we see Palpatine activating for Morgan now. It looks like the off Death Trooper went for Kyle and gave a, let's see. Alright, so Force Rushing being played by Palpatine, it looks like. And Urgency. Okay, so. Oh, wait, what's going on? Palpatine was exhausted. Okay, Price of Glory being played. So Palpatine coming up and going to be doing a Force Lightning, it looks like. Onto the Dewback. So let's see, he did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now he's got enough movement points to move back. So he did Force Rush, Price of Glory, and Urgency to get up there and be able to do a Force Lightning from there, and still have movement points to move back into cover. Okay, Dewback Rider activating for Kyle, the one that got Force Lightninged. And he is going to be able to get up here and take a shot at Palpatine, though he's weakened from the Force Lightning. Gonna spend the power token he got from Lure of the Dark Side. Palpatine gonna spend the block token he got from Price of Glory. So let's see, 3 damage, -2. He still has 1 surge left that he could do for +1 Pierce 1. So 4 damage. He's gonna reroll. Okay, he doesn't get it though. So right now he's got 4 damage against 2, so 2 damage going through. Oh, Morgan gonna exhaust Zillow Technique to stop the Pierce. So we're gonna take Palpatine gonna take 2 damage from that. And now we've got Callus activating, who has not triggered yet. Kyle has not played any command cards. Let's see. And it doesn't look like he went for the Fulcrum play either, as Kyle still has 4 cards in his hand from Rule by Fear. Okay, Cal's going to be controlling the blue, Palpatine controlling the other blue crate, and Kyle's controlling just a single red crate currently. But we see Kyle activating. Oh, Callus is still playing Intelligence Leak, so now we're going to take a card out of Kyle's hand. We see Call the Vanguard, Celebration, Take Initiative, Covering Fire, and Ferocity. I feel like Ferocity or Call the Vanguard. Probably. Oh, he's going to take Call the Vanguard. Okay, so 2 strain to take that. He's going to discard them as cards from his deck, so Morgan discarding Urgency and Dying Lunge from the top of his deck. Okay, Captain Tarot activating. Gonna move up using that that mounted movement. Let's see. So you can see that's his original card and his updated card. Basically just got a reroll and efficient travel added to him. Okay, Palpatine gonna spend an evade token. So this is Taro attacking Palpatine. Gonna re-roll with Professional. No surge is going through, but no blocks either. So 3 damage into Palp. And looks like that's the end of round 1, and that means Kyle's gonna be getting an initiative next round, as Morgan's got take initiative in the discard pile. Okay, the doors are gonna open. Most likely Morgan opening the door to the blue room so he can move his objectives back towards his deployment zone. And it looks like Kyle's going to open the door to the blue room as well instead of opening that middle door. Okay, and now we're doing Vader's Driven by Hatred. So let's see. Oh, it doesn't let you spawn Driven by Hatred. Okay, there we go. Driven by Hatred. So Vader going to be able to move 2 spaces and perform an attack here. Looks like he's going to force choke on the Dewback Rider, which is interesting. No, he's just going to go for an attack. So that makes sense. I want to get the kill here. Dewback Riders have 9 health, so he's got 4 health left. Gonna re-roll with that re-roll given by Driven by Hatred. And is that enough? 3 damage? No. He's 1 short, and he's actually 2 short if you consider Zillow technique. It looks like Kyle's gonna pitch for Zillow as well. So 2 damage to the Dewback. Keeps him out of force choke range, so that makes sense. Now Ferocity going to be played by, I'm guessing, Taro. I'm not sure who it's targeting though. Oh, going after Palpatine. So 3 damage to Palpatine with that Ferocity play. Okay, initiative moving over to Kyle. Kyle playing Covering Fire, as you can see here. So that's going to allow him to hide 3 of his troopers. And all of his troopers gain that special surge to stun, which is not going to be great for Vader or Palpatine. That allows Morgan to use Hunt Descent on Callus, so he's going to spread some damage tokens, damage power tokens around, 2 damage power tokens. Okay, Death Trooper going to be moving, giving a damage power token to the, or surge power token to the Dewback Rider. There's our Death Trooper. And now it looks like he's going to be attacking Palpatine, I'm guessing. With Element of Surprise, but Morgan going to use Negation to stop that, so we're going to be able to keep his defense stat here with Palpatine. Ooh, that is a lot of damage and not a lot of block. So Palpatine going to go down to this Death Trooper attack. And now Kyle going to be able to activate... Oh, playing Celebration as well, so that's going to be 12 VPs for Kyle. And now, let's see, is he going to activate the Dewback? Yeah, there we go. So Kyle going to use Field Tactics here to activate the Dewback Rider, who I'm guessing is going for Vader. Looks like he's using the Shock Lance here on Vader. And now going to perform an attack on Vader. Reroll 6 versus 3 blocks, so 3 damage. Oh, Vader has the reroll, so there we go, 5 blocks. So 1 damage, although he did 3. Did we miss oh, there's two surges. Excuse me. So one, oh, that's right. One from the token, and it looks like one from being hidden. So he's gonna be able to stun. Search for stun, right? Let's see. You can search for +1 Pierce 1. And it's not going to exhaust Zillow, so I guess that's why he's doing 3. And then he is going to stun Vader. So Vader is now stunned and weakened from the Shock Lance. Okay, so Morgan activating Vader here, going to force choke the Dewback Rider. So that goes down. And now going to play, and by the way, you can force choke even if you are stunned. You can absolutely do that. Stun only prevents you from moving out of your space or attacking. But force choke is not an attack, so you can do that while stunned. And then let's see, he's also going to be playing Dark Energy, okay. So it looks like he removed the stun, and now playing Dark Energy into Parting Blow for the combo on this Death Trooper. So Vader going to possibly get 2 kills here, even with being stunned, although the weaken is a problem. But he does have a damage power token, so oh yeah, if the Death Trooper rolls like that, that's a dead Death Trooper. So 2 kills for Vader and 1 activation for Morgan. But he is sitting out in the open, and he's probably gonna get hammered here pretty hard this round. We still have the Snowtroopers and Taro and another Dewback Rider, so I don't see Vader surviving this round. So Taro gonna activate for Kyle. Looks like he's gonna start off with a flamethrower. Vader gonna discard, or Morgan discarding from the top of his deck to stop one of the strain. That's gonna be second chance going to the discard pile. Looks like Morgan's almost out of cards here as well, and he's out of cards in his hand, so he doesn't have Zillow Technique blocks either. So now here's the attack from Taro. Vader most likely gonna reroll. Oh, the rerolls though, not getting there. So gonna be 3, 4, 5. Oh, and that surge is not doing anything either. So unfortunately, that's gonna be the full brunt, 6 damage. Vader goes to 12 damage, and Captain Taros moves back. Callus activating for Morgan, who is also weakened, it looks like, from that flamethrower. Gonna move up and take a shot at this Snowtrooper. Let's pull up Callus's card so we can see what he is working with. Okay. Oh, that's not what you want to see. So 3 damage with the power token, and then he can surge for Pierce 2, but that's not going to do anything. So he maybe just search for weaken and focus, unless Kyle pitches a card. Looks like he searched for Pierce 2. And no use of Zillow Technique there, interestingly. Okay, so Officer activated for Kyle, and now Terran gonna activate. Let's see, I think Terran's gonna be on crate duty, or unless that other officer is gonna do it. Oh, and Terran does become focused due to madness. Gonna move up and take an attack on Captain Taro here. Pretty good. 3, 4, 5. Oh, he's oversurged, unfortunately. Pierce 3 and bleed. So pretty good though. It's gonna do 4 damage, 5 damage, excuse me. 5 damage to Taro and bleed. So now the Snowtroopers are gonna go, and it looks like they're going after Callus, who has blocked, at least blocked line of sight to Vader. Let's see. Where did our Snowtroopers go? There's our Snowtroopers. Okay, so 3 damage to Callus. Oh, that is a really good roll for them. 5, 6, so 4 damage to Callus. Oh, 5 damage. Okay, and the final attack. Ooh, good roll for Callus. That's going to be 3, 4, 5, and weaken. So 2 damage and weaken. So actually it looks like Callus goes down because Morgan does not have any command cards to discard to Zillow Technique. So that's going to be 6 VPs for Kyle. Score is currently 18 to 13. And it looks like we've got an officer activating, shooting at Captain Taro for 2 damage. Very nice. And that officer also going to be able to control those 2 crates, which is very good for Morgan. Going to help keep him in the race, since Kyle currently only controlling 2 crates, even though he has so many figures. Alright, Dewback Rider activating for Kyle. Going to go for Vader here. Going to start off with the pike or lance. Let's see. Shock Lance for 2 damage on the roll. And here's the old version. It used to be just a yellow die. We updated it to a green die, and again gave them better surges, professional, and efficient travel. So you see them a lot more now. So Vader down to 2 health, going to attack. Can Morgan reroll that 1 die, 1 block into a triple? Ah, that did it. It's going to exhaust Zillow Technique to stop the surge for Pierce. So that's going to be, yeah, that's going to stop the attack completely. So 0 damage from the Dewback Rider there. And now Morgan activating his other Imperial officer. That's it. That's going to be end of round 2. And now that is going to shoot Morgan up to, let's see, plus 12. So 25. And Kyle goes up to 24. No, he doesn't, because he doesn't have the crate yet. So Morgan at 25 to Kyle's 18, thanks to those objectives. Looks like Take Initiative was stopped here, so Morgan is going to have initiative going into this round. Let's see. But it looks like Dewback Rider is activating first here. Going to use the pike, or the lance, excuse me, to defeat Vader. Vader was stunned, it looked like, from the last attack, so he couldn't do anything with Driven by Hatred other than Force Choke. Okay, now the Dewback Rider attacking Terran Malicos, it looks like, for 3 damage. And now we're going to play Strength in Numbers to activate another figure. Going to activate, oh, Captain Taro is activating, since he is 7 points and the Dewback is 5, so that works with Strength in Numbers. And Captain Taro is going to play Apex Predator command card. So let's see if I can snag that. The Capstone released in Season 5 for creatures works just as well with Captain Taro's Dewback mount as it does with a Wampa or a Rancor. And that's going to allow his attack to generate quite a bit of punch. Oh, Concentrated Fire also being played here. I think Terran's going to be in trouble. Attack from Taro coming. Focused with an extra red die added. And looks like Terran is weakened as well. Gonna re-roll. Ooh, not the best roll for Terran Malico, or for Taro. 3, 4, 5, 6, Pierce 2. Does that do it? Yeah, that does it though. It still takes down Terran. So another 6 points for Kyle, going to 23 to Morgan's 25. And now Morgan will get to activate. But he's down to just officers. That was his last that was his last combat figure, unfortunately. So this might be a victory by tabling. And I think they're going to call it there. Yeah, so there's, you can see Kyle's flipping over the cards in his hand. So even though Morgan ahead on VPs, no longer able to provide a front, and Kyle's going to be able to take it eventually. So that is the victory to Kyle. Congratulations on winning the league, Kyle. Thanks, guys, for finally playing that game. I know it gets busy over the holidays, but I'm glad we got to show people that. That was a fun game to watch, and thanks for tuning in, everybody. We hope to catch you for the next one.